I remember when I first started modeling, and then they would be like, there's a casting, and the requirement is maybe a size 6 or a size 8, and Allysyn will be there. And they would be like, no, you're too busty. And then I'll just be like, ugh, see what you're causing me. The last time I told you guys I was going to be telling you a bit of my journey in modeling. So I knew that I wanted to be a model right from when I was small, when I was in secondary school. I remember one time my mom and my siblings came to pick me from school, and they were like, oh, there was an emergency. They wanted us to attend something in Lagos. And then I asked my brother, what was this what was it about? And then he was like, they wanted to use my face for one of the telecommunication adverts. And I was like, oh my God, I was so excited. And then we got to Lagos, and my brother was like, I was just playing with you. That was my first heartbreak experience, to be honest. I felt terrible. After then, anyway, I kind of forgot. I didn't forget it, but I couldn't really do much about it in secondary school. So when I got to university, I had I had one roommate that time. Her name was Iberi. She was so slim, and then she was a model in one of these big agencies in Lagos. And I wanted her body so much. I hated myself that time. I used to hate the way I looked. Like, why did I have so much hips? I was like busty. I just wanted to be so skinny. So I stopped eating too much. You see me, I'll eat only maybe one time in a day, and I'll be like, that's enough for today, because I just wanted to be so slim. I hated everything about myself, about the way I looked when I was in university. So anyway, in school that time, I used to apply for agencies and all that. Then I finally got one. No, that was after school. So I finally got one to sign to one, and then I was so excited. So I had to pay some fee to like start training and all that. So I had to even borrow money. Yeah, I borrowed money from a friend that time, and I paid. And then the man was like, okay, I had to come to the studio, to his agency that time for some kind of training. And I was so excited. I left my house that day on the island, and I went all the way to Surulere. And then I got there, and the man was just, oh, okay, so I'm going to teach you how to post today. Then I was just like, okay. Then it started getting very funny. It started, touching me in a very weird way. And I was just like, what was this really about? I was quite young, but I knew I wasn't stupid. So I just told him that I was going to be leaving. And then I left, and then I realized that I had been scammed. They took my money, and the man was just trying to, use me and stuff. So when I got back home, I was like, maybe this modeling stuff is not for me. So I just kind of dropped it, I guess. So I kind of dropped it, but then after a while, I now met a friend that stays very close to me, and then he was trying to like start photography. So I was like, okay, I like taking pictures, so we could just like, since you're trying to start, and I'm trying to like get better at what I want to be doing, we can just like collab and start doing stuff. So we started hanging out a lot. We're going to different places, taking pictures. If you scroll down on my Instagram, you see a part where I took pictures with like a red net top, where I took picture with a phone, and some in the beach, very different ones. I started doing that, and oh my God, I was having too much fun. Like every day I was looking forward to the next shoot, next location, and I was like, you know what, let me give this another chance. So I applied again. Yeah, I started applying. His name is Ajayi anyway. Let me mention his name because he was such a huge part of my journey. We don't talk anymore, but I really miss that relationship. So anyway, then it wasn't. I tried again, but it wasn't really working out. At the time we were doing casting, they say um, and that there was a casting anywhere, I would definitely be there. I didn't miss any casting. Even when I was not getting picked, I would still wake up every morning and be looking forward to the next casting. So then, and I realized that maybe the modeling thing wasn't for me. But since I was so crazy about the agency, I decided that, you know what, I was going to work in an agency, not as a model, but as maybe like an intern or a PA to the manager or something. I just wanted to be in the industry anyhow, even if it wasn't me going to be, even if I wasn't going to be modeling. So I started applying to intern under an agency. Then I got one, Fowler Management. Then I went for the interview. I did so bad. When I was talking, I was so scared that I was even saying any question he was asking me, I was just like, I didn't even know. Like when I asked him after, like, how you score me, if you wanted to score me, he said 4. That's how bad I did. But somehow he gave me a chance. He just said, you know what, I should just start immediately. And then he started teaching me a lot of stuff. Femi Fowler, that as in he has really like helped me a lot. So he started telling me about how the agency works. I started working with the models. Now I'm in charge of boys section of as nice scout for male models, also scout for female models. And you know what? That's been beautiful. But while I was in this agency, I realized that I still wanted to model. Like I was just like, maybe I could work here definitely. I wanted to be a scout and manage the models, but I still wanted to do shoots. I still wanted to be on billboard. I still wanted to do prints, do myself in magazines. I still wanted to do all these things. So I now said I was going to go for a training. So I went for one training, work with Bernard. And then so many models that I kind of looked up to in the agency were there. They came to talk to us about different stuff, about different types of modeling. I've been applying for just like fashion, for runway. I didn't really look at other sides that I could be doing. Talk about different types. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give another type of modeling a chance. So I had a friend in the agency. His name is Obina, and he does more of commercials. So one time I saw his billboard. He did a shoot for one telecommunication brand. I'm not very sure. I'm not very sure of the one right now. But I just saw his picture and I was like, wow, I'm going to hit him up and just ask him how it works. So I hit him up and I told him that I really liked what he was doing. I was admiring him and I really liked to, be in that kind of light. And then he told me he was going to get back to me and stuff. I'm not someone that likes to pressure people. So when he told me he was going to get back to me, I was just like, okay, I just let just left it. You get? I'm not someone that'll be like, oh, how far, how far tomorrow, next tomorrow, how far? I just left him. So one day he hit me up and he was like, there was a casting. He hit me up in the night. There was a casting the next day in the morning, like around 7 in Victoria Island. This guys, I barely slept. I was just looking for like, oh my god. I kept asking him, what should I wear? Should I go with my low cut? Should I do this? Should I do that? I was super excited. That night, I don't even think I slept. 5 o'clock, I was awake. I followed my brother that day to work from there. I was there. The casting was for 9. I was there by 6. You guys. I waited in the restaurant. Was the restaurant even open? I started waited somewhere. My brother's office, I think, for a long time. Then I went there like around 7:45. Around 7:45, so that it not look as if I was too eager. Do you get? I just walked in like, oh, I just came right now. When I've been waiting there for a very long time. I shall walked in and then I met the casting directors, and then I was so scared because there were so many pretty ladies with makeup, and me, I don't know how to do makeup, so I was just there like myself, like my low cut and my high shoe, and I was just like, you know what? They pick me, I bless God. If they don't pick me, God, you know that I have tried. Asha went there. I made one thing about me is that any casting I go for, I must make a friend. I don't know how I do it, but Asha no sure I must make a friend. So Asha went there. I met one girl. She seemed like I liked her energy, so I kind of like just linked up with her. They were not talking. Casting took forever, guys. But I wasn't even like anxious, like, oh my god, I'm hungry, I want to go. No. I was very comfortable. I was like, you know what? We're going to die here today. So I was just like, I sat down. The casting director came. Oh yeah, 3 of you come out. Let's take your pictures. He's gonna take our pictures. I was just, looking. And Obina was texting me throughout. Like, was asking me how was it going. Such a beautiful. It's one of my most beautiful friends. Yeah, I'm going to use the word beautiful because it's amazing. So Aisha was there, and then they will now call me, 5 of you, you can go. I was still there. 3 of you can go. I was still seated. 2 of you can go. I was still there. I was like, oh my God, this is really going to be for me. And then the director came. I was like, we're going to use three years. And I was there. I was like, guys, I was literally jumping. The woman was like, what? I'm like, you don't know how excited I am. And then I did my campaign for MTN. That was my first job ever. And then that campaign, that billboard came out. My birthday was on 31st of March. It came out on the 1st of April. So that was like a birthday gift from God. So I was super excited. So that's how Tasha. Then after that one, I now prompted my picture to like an advertising firm. And they were like, okay, I come for the casting. I went for that casting and a lot of people again. I was just like, God, you know what? I'm still here. I'm still as eager to, do something else. I'm still as eager to, just be up there. I don't want to come down. I don't want to be where I have been before. And then I went there for the casting and I was picked again for that campaign. That was like 2 campaigns in a row. The 2 castings I went for at that time, I got picked and I was so happy. This one again was a billboard campaign. So it wasn't actually easy. I would say I got scammed a lot. It's not just that one time I told you guys. I kept paying for catwalk classes that I didn't learn anything. I was just, like it was the ride was like this. I'm not where I want to be, but where I'm coming from, it was bad, but now it's getting better. We're just praying and being very I'm being very serious about what I want to do. In as much as okay, I actually tried working in a normal place. When the modern thing wasn't working, I tried working in an office. For you guys, just sitting down there with your coat. It wasn't my kind of thing at all. I like to talk. I like to, be myself. I like to be out there. I like to do this TV thing. I like to do modern. I like to, just be there. So I'm really happy that everything is coming around. Which sometimes I went for casting the other day. After spending my whole day there, I wasn't picked. Those kind of things, they are very painful. Now, as in now, I'm not like in a love relationship. So this is like the closest I am to any heartbreak. So it's like when you go back home and just like at times you question yourself, like this is what I'm supposed to do. Then I go home and I'm like, maybe I'm not actually good enough for this stuff. Maybe I should just like stop. Last on Saturday, I actually went for one, and then I went back home, and I was so down. I was just like, maybe I should just stop it. Maybe those two were just like, they're just like anybody could do it. You get that's exactly how I feel sometimes. But sometimes I'm just like, what will I actually rather do than what I'm doing? So guys, I just told you guys my story. Yeah. So I know that there are a lot of people that are out there like me, like creatives, we have photographers and all that. So we have people that have like similar stories, or even different stories. So you can just hit me up and come on my show and all that. And you guys, this TV station is going to bounce me out. So I need you guys to like, share, comment, subscribe, put it out there, let everything Allysyn be everywhere. And I will really appreciate it. Thank you.